represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. For the right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58, it's NFC Championship time. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And taken right at the 35. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's Manhurts, the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got him. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Brandon. That's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jonathan Taylor from 4 yards out. And the Lions have struck first in this NFC title game. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on 1st down. Strickland. He completes it to Olave. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Olave, 43 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Right back to Pitts again. And some room to maneuver. Knocks over another. Escapes the defender. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with, and they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter, but this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And going right back to Walker. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 54 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off play action. Strickland. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. There he goes left side. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd down, Strickland. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Strickland. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Fielded at the 43. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Ritter picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it. The 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before missed the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strickland. He's got a man. Complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Olave. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as they have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the 1st.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. On the move past the 40. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jonathan Taylor from 19 yards away. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Badgley on for the extra point. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw on 2nd down. Strickland. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Off play action. Strickland sliding out of the pocket. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Flush to his right. He's going to be out of that. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown from a yard out. And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Strickland. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young, his 2nd sack of the night. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock. and manage that small lead. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got this to Williams, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot. Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. They'll find Williams on the slant. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And this is good for a first down. His second grab in this NFC Championship bout.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. And just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off play action. Strickland. Escaping the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Vita Vea with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, it's Walker. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Strickland. He's going to air one out. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. One timeout left, one-score game. They're going to go onside kick now. The Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 51 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain. He'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. On the end around, here comes Williams. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. A little bit of an unconventional call there.
Yeah, but it worked, and how great was that? That's got to give them a lift in this situation.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, it's been about as evenly matched an NFC championship as I can remember. But in the end, barring something crazy, it looks like the field goal here is going to decide this ball game.
And there's no way that we could have asked for a better game to be a part of. And if this holds up, that kick is going to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.